Well, hello. It is 3/23, 2016. In the United States, snowstorm to continue to impact the region into Thursday. So if we go into this part, there's this huge swath of possible snowstorm. Severe, winter storm warning. It's like, which purple is it? And blue is freeze warning. Earlier, it was this huge area right around in here. This says spring storm will continue moving northeast into the Midwest on Thursday. Heavy snow is forecasted from the Central Plains into the upper Midwest, where up to a foot of snow is possible. Meanwhile, severe thunderstorms with a few tornadoes, wind damage, and isolated hail will be possible on Thursday across parts of the Tennessee Valley and central Gulf Coast states. Okay, so we can look at the radar on here and see somewhat what's moving, which is this weird wedge coming across this area. The radar is starting to kick in down here on the bottom. But I want to show you, this is from the National Weather Service. I want to show you on College of DuPage. This is water vapor for the northern hemisphere. I saw this last night, but I was so tired that I just couldn't make a video about it. And luckily got to catch it on here tonight. This is the United States here. These are interesting looking little curly things there. But then I've got it on, if you go up here under product, I put it on 96 and animate. Okay, so let's start it. Now if you watch over here, you'll see this white, well, there's that. And then you see that white thing come down. And there's a little black thing that comes here. But all this weird stuff like that where that goes boink and then you don't see a picture and over here it does that. Those are all some kind of energy being put into the atmosphere. And then also, if we go down here, we can see part of the storm like right here. It looks like it's coming from a stationary area. And they do have weather modification rockets. You can look it up yourself. That looks like it's just shooting right out of one area there. And you can see other things like some chemtrails coming in. One of my favorite, there's a couple of people that I really like to describe different things that happen with the weather because it's actually a combination of several things, is Weather War 101. Okay, let's go back down here and look. He talks about all the water vapor that's put into the atmosphere that causes problems. And Dutch Sense talks about using satellites and radar and HARP. But see how this is like coming out of one area here. It even looks like it up here. I live right around in this area. But I'm going to take this, I'm going to move this up here so we can see that white thing. And this part might get a little bit boring. I'm just going to move one screen at a time. Okay, so that was where, let's unzoom it for a minute. That was where we get this weird thing. But see, when it's moving really fast, you can't really see what's going on. Let's go down and look a little closer. And it's quite odd that there's this one strip here, though, that's showing. And the angle of this. Okay, so we will unzoom it from that. I wanted to actually go back over here, though, and show you the white beam. Look at that line there. That comes right down. La la la, sorry. I do think that this is quite amazingly beautiful. Something there, but I can't get it. There we go. See that white line right there? That's like incredibly obvious. Okay, let's unzoom it. And down at the bottom here, there's a timestamp on it. That's where this yellow square or rectangle is. March 22nd at 17:15, and that's GMT time. So I saw this last night late, like here in Wisconsin. It was about 1:30 in the morning when I saw that on there. But now if we keep looking up here, there's more. There's a black line that comes in, and I think these are like a shadow of the energy, and there is just, oops, passed it by right there. See, it's gone, and then it's there for just a second. So I'll unzoom that for a minute, and we can see the timestamp on that. 12:15 GMT time, March 23rd. Oh, this looks very feminine over here. I like that. Or it looks like the eyes and the nose bridge. So then that's gone. And we can zoom down here and see what's going on. And you can see it building and building and building. And that is probably one of the most amazing things when you watch it, like, seem to come out of like one area. See that? Right there. Okay, so we're back to the beginning now. So then I want to show you another thing. Oh, by the way, this is College of DuPage. I wanted you to see that. This has a lot of things that are really interesting. You can go under hemispheric products and click on any of these areas. You can go under regional products, get in closer, click on any of these areas, so I can see it better. You can see it better if I have that going. Then you go up here under the product menu. We'll just go under 48 for a minute so you can see that. This is helpful in a lot of ways if you want to get closer. And you can see like what looks to me like chemtrails in this mix of that's starting out. And you can enhance it. Let's say I'll do that, and I can get closer to it if I desire. And even if it isn't a rocket-based system, something is triggering all this to become the storm. And molecules are easily react to a lot of different things. It could even possibly be sound. So that's interesting, and let me show you something else. Okay, what I want to show you is here on IntelliCast. They have this little picture up here that's earthquakes. Because I was curious about where that white line seemed like it was coming down at. It was right around in this area. The red is the last 6 hours, March 24th. The gray is almost 24 hours ago, March 23rd. But vibrations can set off earthquakes, especially in earthquake-prone areas. But there's quite a few along here, and it doesn't seem like it created something immediate. It's interesting that these red ones are the last 6 hours, and then it goes to yellow and orange, and then gray for 24 hours. There's quite a few newer ones on over here on this side of the Earth, and these are all older over here, which is quite surprising actually, because there's usually a lot of activity over here. And it is full moon tonight, so I would expect more activity also. Okay, so we'll get rid of that, and we'll just look at what is going on here as far as the storm system that we were watching. Damaging winds, strong cell, but right up the center here, and then over on the west coast. So let's look at the radar and clouds. And this doesn't really show up usually, but that's ice, I believe, or ice and snow. And there's a little white dot in the center of all this, right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. But that tells you, if you look over here, cataract. Oh my god, who'd want to live in a town that name? That was totally accidental. Light snow right now. Feels like 16 degrees, but it's 28. Chance of snow 100%. So we can move it to around where I live, somewhere in here. And it'll tell me windy with evening showers. Talking about rain overnight, soaking rain, which is good for flowers. This looks like, though, it might be heading this way. Look at the radar lines. Oh, what I don't like is when you get closer, then it blurs so much. You can see, like, lines in this that look created. Is that a good word, I guess? Looks odd. Okay, so I was curious about that earthquake thing, so I will get out of this site. Okay, I'm back on College of DuPage, and I'm looking at radar in the United States. This is, I'm going to slow this down just a little and be able to zoom in on it. First of all, down here, and you can see the radar growing as the evening goes on. That's energy being put into the atmosphere. All these little radar stations. That's a lot of energy being put into the atmosphere, which then affects anything in the air, water, whatever else is in the air. It also affects us. So look at these lines right here. It's possible that you could be feeling great and all of a sudden feel different or weird, and that it's, look at that, look at those lines, that it's a reaction to the electromagnetic energy from the radar. I mean, I'm gonna unzoom this now. These go out 100 feet, but I'm also curious about what is happening over here with this radar. This up here where it's red, that is a wind farm. But watch what this does out here. There, look at that. Okay, I cut out a little bit of that because I got distracted. Alright, I want to show you how this looks. This is Reno, Nevada. Storm relative. You can see how odd that radar looks. And then there's a beam. Okay. Time's moving quickly here, so there's another one. I'm grateful for you, and I am here at your service just in case this blinks out. Okay, back on radar affecting the storm. Hardly see any over here.